Good morning. I'm Shannon Coon, and I'm so happy to be with you today. The wonderful philosopher, theologian, professor, and author Dallas Willard, he once said that God's address is at the end of our rope. I look back over my life and I remember a few times when I felt like I was at the end of my rope. But because God is so big, so vast, he can move in and express his greatness at those times, and he has for me. I love how Paul said in his letter to the Corinthians, "The Lord said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness." Beautiful words. And oh, how true that is. God's power and his strength are often demonstrated in our times of greatest weakness. I think about the people Jesus went to in their times of great weakness. The lepers, the possessed, the marginalized. They were not going through the best times in their lives, for sure. They were going through the worst. And Jesus came toward them with his great love and his great power. I remember one time, a couple decades ago now, when I was single and I had come home from a really rough day at work. I had felt attacked at a business meeting earlier in the day. And a week before that, I had had a breakup with my boyfriend, which was so hard for me, and I was grieving it at the time. And so when I came home from work on that day and I had had such a rough day, I just wanted to pick up the phone and I wanted to call my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, like I had so many times before. I wanted his comfort and his presence, and I just stared at my phone for a long time and I contemplated calling him, but I couldn't. And so I got down on my knees at my bedside and I called out to Jesus and I told him bit by bit what had happened at the business meeting, as if I was telling a person who hadn't even been present in that room. And I just refelt all of the hurt and the embarrassment of the situation. And I shared with Jesus all of those feelings. And I cried a lot. I went on, and suddenly I felt this wave of peace flow over me. It was over. The tears stopped. The pain wasn't so acute. It was the past. I was ready to get on with things. It was such a profound experience of letting God meet me at the end of my rope, and it was healing. Now, this is not to say that that's the only place God meets us, certainly. It just means that at the end of our rope is God's great opportunity to let us experience his grace, his compassion, his mercy, his love, his peace, and his hope. So whatever you may encounter or feel today, tomorrow, this week, or any time in the future that may feel like you're at the end of your rope, may the God of the universe, the lover of your soul, meet you there and let his power be made perfect in your weakness. May it be so. Amen.